Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? My name is Razorian Book, and this new Eric Chien video just got posted a few hours ago on America's Got Talent, and well, most of you probably know already that he flopped on this trick. I don't know what the magician term is for flopping, but yeah, he messed it up pretty bad, and we're gonna go over it. I just want to say first, before we get into it, that I'm rooting for Eric Chien. I like the guy. I think he's awesome. So it sucks that he messed this up. Like, this is like the worst performance he's ever done, and I'm not trying to be hard on the guy. It's true. I don't know what to say. There's just a couple things that he really needs to stop doing. And the first thing is, every time he performs some spectacular trick, he needs to stop telling the audience what just happened. I understand maybe there are some blind people in the audience, and he needs to describe what just happened.
Okay.
Split into two. Maybe two more. But these are real chocolates. All of them completely solved.
The other thing is, he needs to stop doing the same tricks over and over and over. I didn't even review the last America's Got Talent video with Eric Chien because I already reviewed it twice, and that was the third time he's performed this trick on TV. I mean, I kind of wanted to review it, and if you guys want me to, let me know, but I mean, I already did it twice on my channel, so a third time, ugh. Anyways, let's get into it. So right away, the video starts with him holding this red canister in his hand, and I already know that the cube that he's going to pull out of here is just behind the red canister. He's just poured the M&Ms out, and you can totally see that he's holding the cube in his hand. It doesn't look natural. And then he literally just drops it into his hand right there. So now the cube's in his hand, and he just shows everybody. Anyways, here he's gonna ask her to mix up the cube, and you can literally see him just go grab the other cubes. Unless he's doing something else back there. Kinda looks like he could be doing something else. Okay, anyways. So he goes, he puts his hand back in the thing and pulls out another cube. So then he grabs the cube, and you totally see him going under the table to grab the other cube. In plain sight, he just goes under the table and grabs it. And then you totally see it in his hand. Right there. I'm just gonna zoom in. He just holds it, and then he goes whoosh. Oh boy. Okay, so here he shows that the tube he has is empty, and I do believe it is empty because right after he places it down on the table, but look where he places it, right on the edge of the table. So I think that's where he loads the extra cubes. So anyways, here comes the flub. I feel so bad for him. Okay, so if you haven't seen this, he's supposed to put the cube into the tube, and it comes out solved. The idea is he's supposed to swipe it off the table, and then it goes off the table, and then the one that's already in the tube falls out. And this is what happens.
Oh, you see the first one.
2 of them fall out because one of them was for the next cube. So the original one did fall off the table, but then when he went to go release the one that one of the 3 that were already in the tube, 2 fell out. So then he covers it, and I would say it's a pretty good recovery. He just doesn't mention it. He kind of goes, "Oh."
Oh, you see the first one.
What can you do in a situation like that, right? So here he's going to do 2 at a time, the last 2, and he basically just pushes them right off the table. I'll show you right there. And he's holding the 2 solved ones in the tube with his pinky finger, which you can kind of see here, right there. And that's how he keeps them from falling out, is he just keeps his pinky finger under there. Now he goes for the last one, and he doesn't need to move his pinky finger because he's just swiping the cubes off the table. Now he just drops the cubes onto the first one. So this is the part in the video where he drops some M&Ms onto the table and a big giant cube pops out. And I reviewed this in the last video, and I said that I felt that the big cube came out from behind the table. And a lot of people disagreed with me. They said it was a cube that kind of expands and just gets bigger. I don't know necessarily how, but that's what the majority of you felt. And this version of the trick doesn't really give away any new secrets. It pretty much looks like the exact same thing. So you could be right, but yeah, I don't know. It's really hard to tell. It looks really solid. It looks, you know, like a regular cube. Again, in my last video, I said that this Rubik's Cube is almost completely solved already. It only takes 2 or 3 turns, and this Rubik's Cube is solved. And I still stick by what I said, even though some people think that it's an automatic solving cube, that there's springs or a mechanism in there that just auto solves it. But you can see it more clearly in this video than the previous time he did this trick. But if you just look at the cube itself, you can see it's almost solved. All the blues are here, all the orange are here. We got 2 blues up here, 2 whites up here. And if you look at the other angles here, we got, you know, it's almost solved. And if we zoom in here, we can see what's really happening. So there's the first turn right there. It's extremely blurry, but you can kind of see it. And there's another turn right there. And you can see his finger right there, turning the last one there. So in this next part, he takes these 3 little cubes down here, and he turns one into chocolate. And well, there's something very interesting to see here. I'm going to zoom in extremely close. One has the yellow in front. Behind we have a white facing the camera and a green facing the camera. So what happens is he puts his hand down, in front of the cubes, and I'm not exactly sure what's going on behind his hand, but something I found extremely interesting is when he lifts his hand, the colors completely change. Now he's picked up the one that he's turned to chocolate, but these two back ones, this used to be white, now it's blue. This one used to be, what, green, I think I said, and now it's red. It's also switched places a little bit, if you notice. So those are two separate cubes right there. But what's going on behind there? Beats me, man. I don't know. And there is the chocolate cube. We're gonna zoom in on that. And now it looks like the outside is maybe glued together or whatnot, but inside this cube is actually more M&Ms. You can see them in there. It's almost like you know, just like a Kinder surprise. All the M&Ms are gonna pop out. See, right there you can see there's a blue one, but then there's also an orange one here. And right there you see there's a blue one and a couple orange ones. So there he shatters all the M&Ms. And this part is, oh my gosh. I just laughed so hard when I saw this. Okay. So he covered the two Rubik's Cubes and turned them into M&Ms. Do you see his other hand there? He's holding this big giant Rubik's Cube. Sorry. And then he's just like, I'm just gonna put it behind the table for a second. I swear, for no reason. Okay. Anyways, I just wanted to point that out. He puts the big giant Rubik's Cube under the table without really even, you know, hiding the fact he's doing it. So anyways, over here, he turns the two Rubik's Cubes into M&Ms. How's he do this? I'm not completely sure. I think that the Rubik's Cubes are going up into the top of the container, and some M&Ms are dropping out. You'll notice he slaps the container on the edge of the table right after, and that's him getting rid of the Rubik's Cubes. So anyways, at this point we know that he switched the giant Rubik's Cube behind the table, so this is now the M&M cube. And I believe what's happening here, I think this is filled with M&Ms, and it probably somehow collapses in on itself. I don't believe this cube turns into M&Ms. I think that it gets hidden by all the M&Ms that fall out of it. So he drops it down on the table. You can see one layer. I don't know, something looks like it's kind of happening there. Then all the M&Ms fall out. But a lot of them stay right there in the center where the cube dropped. So whatever happened to that cube, I think it's just sitting underneath all those M&Ms. That's interesting. Look at that one yellow M&M. Look how that's just like sitting up there. That's weird. Look, there's another one over here. So maybe the cube is breaking apart, and these two M&Ms are actually glued to the sides of the cube. And that's why they're sitting up straight like that. Yeah, that's really odd. So anyways, that's the trick. I know this video was a little bit sloppy. I didn't put in as much effort as I usually put into my videos. The original video just came out hours ago, and I really was excited to get this one out. So I just kind of went through it really quick. Yeah, it just really sucks. I flopped the video at this one spot in the trick. Feels so sad for the guy. And another thing I really wanted to mention before this video ends, and please don't hate on me, it's just like my opinion, my guess, is I really don't think he's going to be winning America's Got Talent this year. And I say that for 3 reasons. Well, the first reason is he flopped this trick, and they probably noticed. Maybe they didn't. I don't know. The second reason is Shin Lim won last year, and I don't believe they're going to have 2 magicians win 2 years in a row. It's called America's Got Talent, not Magician's Got Talent, and I think there's only a portion of the viewers that are into magic, and I think they want to cater to everybody. It is a business after all, and I think that if they had another magician win again, then they might lose viewership for all the people that are there for all the other talent. And so that's why I think that's my second reason. The third reason is that last year when Shin Lim won, if I have my facts correctly, I believe they offered him a Vegas show. And I would not be surprised if America's Got Talent got a percentage from the profit of that Vegas show. Maybe every show he does, they get like 5% or 10%, who knows. 10% sounds a little bit high, but and I don't believe Eric Chien has enough material to put on a Vegas show. Therefore, they don't have any way they could possibly profit off him, if he were to win. Whereas if they say they pick the country singer or something, then they set that country singer up with a record deal, a record label, and then they go and do all this touring. I'm sure America's Got Talent would take a huge cut out of that and make a bunch of money. And I don't think Eric Chien has anything to offer America's Got Talent. And not trying to be the bad guy by saying that. I'm just trying to be realistic. So, oh my god, I know I'm going to get so much dislikes on this video. Please don't hate on me. I like the guy. I'm just trying to be real with you. Anyways, that's the video. Let me down. Anyways, let me know in the comment section if you want me to review any other videos. Let me know which ones you want to see, and I will do it because I do that. Anyways, have a good night. I will see you again soon. Peace out. Bye bye.